Just look at me. Welcome back to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. We'll be coming to you live throughout the day from the 34th Annual Futures and Options Expo in Chicago. We're reporting live from the Nasdaq 427 booth. I have Jessica Darmoni with me. She's the founder of the Title Connection. I'm really excited for this particular segment because we talk to experts from the content that's coming out of here. But as an attendee, how do you leverage the best of everything coming out of the conferences, everything you hear at the panels? How do you take that back to New York or wherever your office may be?
That's a great question. What I would do is listen, really, observe, listen to what people are saying in the sessions, and figure out how the pain points, the challenges that the speakers are talking about, and how your firm can address those challenges, those pain points. And then take that back and maybe write a white paper, research paper, on how your firm and their services can meet those and address those needs and meet those needs. I think it's really important just to listen and figure out where you fit in to their pain point and then how to address it.
I think it's really interesting that you said that because even just from last year, the topics of conversation have shifted from traditional futures and options conversation to data, to cloud, to cryptocurrency, of course. That's the hot topic. And my next question to you is networking here. It's not just about hanging out at the booth or grabbing cocktails after the presentations. How do you network to make new connections, and also how do you network with your competitors? And we have SIBO right behind us.
That's a great question as well. It's interesting to see how, you just said SIBO's right behind you, how they're positioning themselves. I would definitely take a look at that. How are your competitors positioning themselves? It's interesting. And also just from a networking perspective, how to network. I think you introduce yourself to anyone when you're in a session and someone says something that's really interesting. I would go up afterwards and do not be afraid to introduce yourself. Give your card. Don't forget business cards. That's very important. And then also follow up. I think that a lot of people always introduce themselves and they come to these sessions and they come to the exhibit hall and they meet people and they get business cards and then they don't follow up.
Right.
So I think follow up is more important than anything else. It's more important. If you don't follow up, there's no point in coming to it.
And I'm guilty of that because you get so many business cards, especially with all the people that we cycle through Trade Talks. Let's do this back in New York, and I sometimes miss out on opportunities. So I think that's great advice. My last question to you is, what if you're not a type A person that can just walk? I mean, we have almost 5,000 people here. Can you still do this?
Yes, and my suggestion to you would be, if you're in a session and you're not a type A person, maybe not like public speaking, I would say take a deep breath, go up, introduce yourself, and ask a question during the Q&A. Because then you don't have to go up and shake hands with people or go up and introduce yourself to an individual. Instead, you could just go up and introduce yourself to a whole room. And brand recognition, you say who you are, where you're from, and you ask a thoughtful question, and then there you are. There you've already introduced yourself, and you've said what you've done, and I think that's a great way if you don't want to go up to individual people and you're a little afraid to.
All right, thank you. So awesome advice. This is my favorite interview every year from FIA because I think it's applicable to everything. Thank you so much, Jessica.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for joining me throughout the day. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Market